Hello everyone, I welcome you all to another episode of Courts Today on LiveLaw, where we update you about all the important legal developments that took place across the country today. We will begin with developments from the Supreme Court and then cover High Courts and other lower courts. If you like our content, please do not forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Cases are to be listed within a reasonable time after filing. The Supreme Court has observed while suggesting the Orissa High Court to adopt a procedure of auto-listing of the matters. The bench comprising Justice M.R. Shah and Justice Krishna Murari observed while disposing a writ petition filed by a litigant who had alleged that the petition filed by him is pending in the Orissa High Court and is not being listed for hearing and that the same is adjourned. The bench also observed that it cannot be disputed that matters which are required to be heard at the earliest should be listed within a reasonable time after filing. The Supreme Court of India today agreed to list on September 9th the cases related to the stray dog menace in Kerala after an urgent mentioning was made before the Chief Justice of India by Advocate V.K. Biju. The lawyer highlighted that the recent spike in stray dog bites in the state and mentioned that a 12-year-old girl is battling for her life after being attacked by a rabid dog even after taking the required vaccination. He also stated that Kerala has become dog's own country from God's own country, after which the matter has been listed on September 9th. The Supreme Court today sought response from the Election Commission of India while hearing a public interest litigation petition seeking a ban on political parties having names or symbols with religious connotations. A bench comprising Justices M.R. Shah and Justice Krishna Murari was essentially considering a PIL filed by Syed Wasim Rizvi seeking to enforce the mandate of the Representation of Peoples Act of 1951, which prohibits the luring of voters on the ground of their religion. Pursuant to the arguments, the bench issued notice to the Election Commission of India and listed the matter for further hearing on October 18th. We have made a detailed video on today's hearing, the link to which has been given in the description box below. The Supreme Court bench comprising Chief Justice of India U.U. Lalit and Justice Ravindra Bhatt today dismissed a public interest litigation petition praying for the declaration of marital rape as a criminal offence on the ground that the issue is already pending consideration in a separately instituted proceedings. The bench dismissed the PIL today after noting that the petitions arising from the split verdict given by the Delhi High Court on the issue of marital rape are listed on 12th September. Hence, another PIL on the same issue was unnecessary. Today, the Supreme Court issued notice in a petition challenging the validity of the National Medical Commission's decision stipulating that the fee of 50% seats in private medical colleges and deemed universities should be at par with the fee in the government medical colleges in the state and union territory. A bench of Justices D.Y. Chandrachud and Hema Kohli granted 2 weeks' time to the NMC for filing a counter affidavit in the matter. The Supreme Court today adjourned a batch of petitions filed seeking the relief of allowing nearly 20,000 Indian students who had to return from Ukraine due to the Russian attack to complete their medical education in India to 15th September. The matter was heard by a bench of Justices Hemant Gupta and Sudhanshu Dhulia. The request for adjournment was placed before the court by Solicitor General of India Tushar Mehta, who stated importantly that the Committee of External Affairs have taken a favourable view and that he is yet to take further instructions from the ministry. The Supreme Court today extended the time for completion of trial in the Kerala actor sexual assault case. The court also said that the trial should be completed preferably by January 31st of next year. A bench comprising Justices Dinesh Maheshwari and M.M. Sundaresh passed the order while considering the application filed by the trial judge. Actor Dilip, who was facing trial in the case as the alleged mastermind of the crime, had also moved an application seeking a timeline for completion of trial in this case. The Supreme Court has dismissed a petition praying the court to direct the Union of India to put out information regarding the extent of loss of territory or not along the border of China. The matter was heard by a bench comprising the Chief Justice of India, U.U. Lalit, and Justice Ravinder Bhatt. During the hearing today, the petitioner stated that there was a clash in the Galwan Valley on the night of 14th and 15th of June in 2020 and that the Indian official stance post the conflict was that India did not lose any territory. However, the petitioner claimed that the official stance was misleading to the citizens. Chief Justice of India, U.U. Lalit, however, stated that the matter pertained to state's policy and was not something that should be interfered with by the court. The Supreme Court today heard a batch of appeals challenging the Karnataka High Court's judgment which upheld the ban on wearing of hijab by Muslim girl students in some schools and colleges in the state. The matter today was heard by a bench comprising Justices Hemant Gupta and Sudhanshu Dhulia. During the hearing today, Justice Gupta inquired as to whether in a secular country, religious clothing can be worn in a government-run institution. For more information on the hearing, you can watch our detailed video, the link to which has been given in the description box below. The Supreme Court today appointed senior advocate K.V. Vishwanathan as an amicus curiae for assistance in deciding a batch of petitions challenging the extension given to the Director of the Directorate of Enforcement, that is the ED. The petitions also challenged the Central Vigilance Commission Amendment Act of 2021, which allows the extension of the term of the Director of the Enforcement Directorate up to 5 years. A bench comprising Chief Justice of India, U.U. Lalit and Justice S. Ravinder Bhatt posted the matter for disposal on September 19th. The Supreme Court today, while hearing a plea seeking to reintroduce the Women's Reservation Bill of 2008 before both houses of the Parliament, noted that it is an important matter and directed the petitioner to serve notice to the Union of India. A bench comprising Justice Sanjeev Khanna and Justice J.K. Maheshwari was hearing a PIL filed by the National Federation of Indian Women. The Women's Reservation Bill proposed an amendment to the Constitution of India to introduce 1/3 reservation for women in Parliament and all state assemblies. The Bombay High Court today issued notice to the Maharashtra government and the central government in a petition challenging amendment to the Central Goods and Services Tax Rules of 2017, that is the CGST rules. Justices K.R. Shriram and A.S. Doctor was dealing with a writ petition challenging the amendment to Rule 21A of the CGST rules of 2017. The Allahabad High Court has issued notice to the state government as well as the Union of India on a public interest litigation petition filed by a law student seeking directions to ensure dignified life standard for sex workers. The bench of Justice Devendra Kumar Upadhyay and Justice Sri Prakash Singh sought the responses of the state as well as the central government on the plea moved by petitioner in person Jaya Pandey, who is a student at the University of Petroleum and Energy Studies. The Delhi High Court today issued notice on a petition moved by the Association of Victims of Upar Tragedy challenging a trial court order releasing real estate barons Sushil Ansal and Gopal Ansal as against the jail term already undergone by them in the evidence tampering case in relation to the fire tragedy that happened in the year 1997. A bench comprising of Justice Asha Menon sought response of the state as well as the Ansal brothers while listing the matter for hearing on October 11 this year. Thank you. Keep watching Courts Today on LiveLaw for more such updates. If you like our content, please do not forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you tomorrow.